There is no before you. There is no after. There is only you. Always. Well, slap my ass and call me Betty. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are returning. This is a glorious day in the kingdom of Courtney. Now, I'm just talking about the book I've been reading. Okay, so I have finally finished the fourth and final book in the deliciously dark fairy tale series by K.F. Breene. So you can check out the videos for the first three books. I'll link them below, and let's get started on this book, Queen of Ruin. Now, actually, let me get my crown here. You know, the queen. Oh, that's gonna fall. Okay, so Queen of Ruin was actually a bit intimidating for me. It is 651 pages. But you know what? I got through it. Now, it came out May 30th, so it's been about 3 days, and I devoured it. I didn't even want to go to work. It started out, I think, the first 2 days as the #1 e-book on Amazon. And I checked today, and it is the #1 in romance. So still standing some ground. Now, I'm going to give some spoilers, but I'm going to keep them to a minimum in talking about this book. Now, as you know, our girl Finley has come back from the Demon Kingdom and brought some reinforcements, and the wolf shifters and the fairies and the dragon shifters from other kingdoms to help fight for her kingdom, Wyvern, and has reunited with Nifan. Now, Finley and Nifan, in the aftermath of this battle, has solidified themselves as the true leaders. So they're ushering this new era of the kingdom of Wyvern with a united front, shared responsibilities and power, which is unlike the previous kingdom where, you know, it's this toxic dragon culture with the Mad King ruling everything with everybody at his whim. So they're taking charge to regrow this kingdom and redistribute resources because, you know, many of the villages weren't getting the resources that they need. They also welcomed a lot of the new shifters from other kingdoms and gave them leadership roles so everybody could be represented in this new kingdom. They also realize that they are stronger working together with the dragons and the wolves to create a better united front and learn new ways to fight, which makes them way more effective. And Nifan declares Finley is going to be the new queen, which he does fall through on that. Hell to the queen. And he gives her shared responsibilities at the same power level as him. And you see how they start to navigate all those political channels. Now, that does create some discomfort with some of the people that are used to the old regime, you know, so they try to buck her up, but my girl Finley handles that. She does that like a true boss. Now, as you know, the queen came up. She was supposed to be dead from the previous books, and she tells her backstory to Nifan. I won't go into it, but, you know, it's a pretty good alibi, I'll say. So he gets back into her good graces, and she takes more of like a muted role as an advisor, but, you know, she still has that momager stuff going on. And with Finley's love and dedication and her smarts, Nifan becomes the golden dragon and is able to fly and expand his wings. Oh my gosh. Fly and expand his wings like he used to. So I was really excited about that. I think that gave him a power boost. He had a lot of BDE going on. Now, Nifan and Finley's crew visits the Fairy Kingdom and the Advisory Council, and they go in like this band of misfits. They're cussing, they're breaking protocol, speaking their own minds. I love it. But you realize that they're the only one that has any balls to go against the Demon King because he's corrupted everybody, which leads to fights with the demons, and then eventually they go to the Demon Kingdom and prepare for this battle. Now, I really love Nifan's speech, what he tells Dolian before they go to the battle. He goes, "Give my kingdom's gold back? Give it, Dolian? No, I don't want you to give me a damn thing. I want to take it by force, and I will. I will take all that is mine, including my vengeance, and I will take your head with it. Don't know why everyone has allowed you this much control and freedom, but your tenure is at an end. Sleep well, Demon King. Your kingdom is about to burn. I was like, whoa, okay, my prince. Oh, my king by that time. My king is about to do some damage, and it is an epic battle. It is gruesome, it is violent, and it is all inclusive with all of the shifter animals and the fairies working together. So I really did like that. And in the end, this book did end on a very positive note. Very sad ending, but you know, king and queen rule and have family happily ever after with Hagel. So really good book. I enjoyed reading it. I liked how you get to learn about all the shifter natures. Like you have dragons that like violence and they like battle and rough and tough, and you hear that, you know, they don't produce a lot of offspring, but they're really strong when they do. You hear about the wolves that, you know, do this, they have this pack mentality and it's their nature to call, and their strength is in their numbers, so they have a lot of offsprings. The fairies apparently like, you know, really beautiful things and everything's pristine and clean. And I really started thinking about all of the progressions that have happened in this series that culminated at the end of this book. You started with this dragon kingdom underneath this curse that is in ruins, and at the end becomes this all-inclusive kingdom that is being rebuilt with the promise of a lot of wealth and power. And then you have the ground-bound prince, Naifan, who's real negative about the future of his kingdom, that culminates into this powerful king that has regained his golden scales and flight and is very powerful and feared in all of the land. You have Finley, who is this commoner who still has strength but still a commoner, that becomes this queen that is loved and revered by everyone. She's still rough around the edges, but she owns it, and that fits into the kingdom. And you have quiet, gentle, docile Hannon, who becomes this mythical man on fire healer phoenix that everyone reveres. And then you have snarky, mediocre butler Hadriel, who becomes this somewhat confident, smart royal advisor and doesn't get into all the kinky sex in the kingdom. And now you have Finley and Naifan's relationship, which started out a bit juvenile and now is encased and enveloped in love and protection and vulnerability through the bond that they share. And you see how everyone envies their relationship. I love how he tells her, let me see, and I thank the goddess from the bottom of my soul it happened this way. Now I can see a way forward. I can see a future. And when I wake up next to you, smelling your scent and feeling your hair brush across my chest, I can see my forever. Every trial I've been through, this was worth it to find myself here with the woman I love by my side and a great kingdom at my feet. The Nightmare King with his warrior queen. You've given me a chance to rise to my full potential, and I cherish you for that. I will love you always. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I think that Naifan / author has a way with some words, okay? Can somebody tell me that? It's hot. Hot, and it's not the temperature in here. Now, you know there was some sex in this book, and it was good, but it was less than, you know, in the other books. There was a lot of cat and mouse games with Finley and Naifan. They did it up in the air. Not as good, but you know, they did their thing. They had a lot of sex in front of other people. They really did not care. She went into heat at the coronation. Now that was kind of crazy because he was trying to get at her, that's for sure. And they did it all over the place. And of course, you know, there was a lot of F-bombs, you know, a lot of unique cussing. I appreciate that. And it was definitely a lot of comedy, a lot of insults. You know, my boy Hagel, he came through. I really did like the dynamic between him and Vimar. They kind of played off each other really, really well. I did like how Vimar started dressing like him. So they kept referring to this seamstress Cecil and how he's making the clothes. Cecil was kind of like this extra character that you didn't really see, but you heard about him a lot. Now, I was disappointed you didn't see more of Micah. Now, he was around, but I guess after that beatdown that Night Fan gave him in book 3, you know, he took a more muted role. Now, like I said before, this book was pretty long, and I will say, in all honesty, I think they could have shaved off about 100 pages of this book. I think it kind of dragged on with some scenes, but I still devoured every single word. Overall, I think that this was a great book and a great series. I am so happy that I decided to start this series. I'm happy I got to be part of Finley and Night Fan's journey, and I hope that you are happy to be part of it too. So leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think of this book and this series. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm gonna go for a walk because it is actually warm. Summer! My favorite time of year. Bye y'all. Queen.